we will be having listing outcomes. Now, let's have our objective for this afternoon, that is to list the outcomes of an event. Okay, let's have some terms to define first. We need to get to know some terms before we can proceed. Number one, an outcome is a possible result. So when you say outcome, it is a possible result. Number two, a sample space. Take note of the word sample space. It's a set. Okay? A sample space is a set. Let me change my pen color first. Okay. It's a set of possible outcomes of an experiment. Number three, an event is a specific outcome or a type of outcome and is a subset of the sample space. Later on, you will know these things as we go on with our discussion. Okay, let's start first with how do you write a sample space? How do you write a sample space? Take note, we use the letter S for a sample space. Make use of braces. S, by the way, S for a sample space, E for an event, okay? We use braces. Those are what you call curly brackets when writing the outcomes because it is a set. Okay, next. Examples. Let's have an example. Vowels of the English alphabet. How do you write the sample space when you are having the vowels of the English alphabet? So I'll be having the letter S there. That's equal to, take note, I'm using curly brackets or the braces, and I have the letters A, E, I, O, U, which are the vowels of the English alphabet. So this is how you write a sample space. Okay? Now, if it is an event, you will be writing letter E for that. Sample space is for everything, man. An event is for a specific, okay, activity. Next. Let's have this one. Let's list outcomes. When you roll a die, you know what a die is or dice. What are the outcomes when you roll a die? Section Galileo, what are the outcomes? Unsa may mugawas ana when you roll a die? Unsa may mga outcomes ana Section Galileo? Yes, I see someone racing. Yes, Claire. Go on, Claire. So, meaning, kini sila, diba? These are the things that you see in a dice. And Claire said, sir, the numbers 1 to number 6. So, how do you write the sample space now? O katong giingon ni Claire. So, I'll be using the letter S for that. And then, you write down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, this is the sample space of rolling a die. And how many outcomes are there? Okay, there are 6 possible outcomes. So this is read as number of outcomes in the sample space, that is 6. Okay, let's have another question. Let's have example number 2. Getting an even number. This time, rolling a die gihapon ta, but I'm having a specific event now. So take note, the outcomes are still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are the outcomes when you roll a die. But I said getting an even number. So what are even numbers in a die? Yes, that will give us 2, 4, 6. So I am using the letter E now because it's for a specific event. That is for even numbers. 2, 4, 6. And how many outcomes are there? there are 3 possible outcomes. Okay? So that's very, very important. Nakabaluta how to make or determine the sample space or how to determine the number of outcomes. Let's have example number 3. Colored spinners. Let's have colored spinners. What are the possible outcomes? Yes, Claire. Go on, Claire. Okay, the different colors. The yellow, the blue, the red, and the green. Pwede rin na mag-interchange, no problem with me. And how many outcomes are there? There are 4 outcomes. Let's have another example. What if I'm gonna flip a coin? What are the outcomes when you flip a coin? Yes, Claire. Head or tails. Correct. Pwede siyang heads or pwede siyang tails. Di ba when you say heads, makita ninyo ang noun sa person on the coin. Other side, it's tails. Am I correct? Because I don't usually do like mga ingana. Pero if I'm gonna be seeing heads there, I should be seeing the face of the person. Then the back portion will be the tails. Okay? Now, what is the sample space? Just like what your classmate said. Sir, pwede heads, pwede tails. And how many outcomes are there when you flip a coin or toss a coin? There are 2 possible outcomes. Okay. Now, let's move further. Now, what if a child's game has 3 picture cards? If you choose a picture card, so these 3 picture cards are the cat card. I'm going to change colors. The cat card, the dog card, and the mouse card. Let's make use of red. Okay, we have a cat card, a dog card, and a mouse card. These are the different cards in the options that we will have. Now, if you choose a card, replace it, and choose again, how many different combinations could you get? I'm gonna get a card, return the card. So, ang pilian na nako kay cat card, dog card, mouse card. I'm gonna get 1 card. I'll return it. I'm gonna get another card. So, my question is this. Who can give me a possible combination nga inyong makuha? Just 1 combination nga pwede niyong makuha. Pwede man, for example, ang first card na ko kay cat. Second card na ko kay mouse. So, ang akong combination is cat, mouse. Pwede man sad, ang first card na ko dog. And second card na ko dog, gihapon kay gibalik biya na ko ang card nga dog. So, I can have dog and dog. So, those are possible combinations. So, this is how you gonna be doing. Pwede dog, dog. Pwede dog, cat. So, we have DD for dog, dog. DC for dog, cat. I'll be using the letter D for dog, C for cat, M for mouse. So, how did we get 9 different combinations or outcomes? Look at this list. We have a dog, dog. A dog cat, a dog mouse, a cat dog, a cat cat, a cat mouse, a mouse dog, a mouse cat, and a mouse mouse. Mao nang different 9 nga mga outcomes nga pwedeng mahitabo. And we will be writing that this manner. DD, DC, DM, CD, CC, CM, so on and so forth. I'm just using the first letters of the animals there. Okay? Let's continue. Now, we can use a sample space diagram to enumerate all the possible outcomes. So, here, kining orange part, dira na ko ipangsuwat ang dog, ang cat, ug ang mouse. Sir, pwede ra mag-start ko sa dog diri, sir. Diri ko mag-dog, walay problema. Basta naan ng tulo ka cards, why problema. And below, I will be starting with dog, cat, and mouse. So ako nang iparis-paris. I will begin with dog. Unsa may isuwat na ko diri class? Kini. This part. Unsa man nga outcome ang naa diri? That's a dog and a mouse. A dog and a mouse. What about here? Unsa may isuwat na ko diri class? Section got a DC. That's a dog and a cat. What about here? DD. Okay, let's continue. Unsa isuwat na ko diri section Galileo? A cat mouse. Correct. What about here? CC. Correct. What about here? CD. And let's have the last column. What are you gonna write here? MM. Sunod. MC. Sunod. MD. And this is what you call a sample space diagram. This is one way of listing outcomes sa mga events nato. Okay? Now, how many outcomes are there all in all? There are 9. So these are the following outcomes. Take note. Ayos na ha. That's okay, sorry. There are 9. But my question is this. The question is this. What are the outcomes of getting matching cards? Meaning parehas sila nga puros parehas sila animal. So we will be having a dog, a cat, and a mouse. Those are our outcomes, and we will be getting 3 for that. So tulo ni ang number of outcomes for this. What are the outcomes of getting a dog card? Who can give me one outcome ng a dog card? Is it 3? Is it really 3? Nga na ay dog card? 5. Let's check. Sir, pwede siya DD, pwede DC, pwede DM, pwede CD, pwede MD. Those are our outcomes. DD, DC, DM, CD, and MD. And how many outcomes are there? There are 5 outcomes. Kana if getting a dog. Okay? Now, let's proceed. Let's make use of 2 dice. We have dice number 1 and dice number 2. So, what should be written in the first outcome? One. Sunod. Babaw na. What are you gonna write? 1, 2. Start with the number below, followed by the number sa column. Sunod sa 1, 2. 1, 3. So on and so forth. What about here? Unsa may isuwat nato diri section Galileo? 2, 1. Above 2, 1. 2, 2. Oh, so on and so forth na saya. The same thing with the others. 3. 3, 1. Oh, kana mo follow na po na sila. And that is how you write the sample space diagram of 2 dice. Now, this is my question. How many outcomes are there in all when you roll 2 dice? $36 outcomes. If you're gonna count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, kini 6, 12, 18, 24, 36 na silang tanan. All in all, there are 36 outcomes. This is our sample space. 36. Okay, now, let's proceed. What if I'm gonna be asking you, let's write down the outcomes there. Oh, okay, sorry. What are the outcomes of getting a sum of 8? A sum of 8. When you add the two numbers, the sum is 8. What are those numbers there? Who can give me, when you add the two numbers, it's 8? Yes, yes, Marian. Go on, Marian. 6 plus 2, it's over here. Kenisha. What else? Yes, Athena. 3 plus 5. Sige, 5 plus 3 na lang ko, Athena. Jerina. 4 plus 4. Can I have Ray? 2 plus 6. And Claire, the last one. Okay. So, kini siya, naka-diagonal, ang sum ana is 8. So, if I'm gonna be listing that, that's how you list down. Isud nag-parenthesis, 2, 6, 3, 4, 4, 5, 3, 6, 2. Then, enclose in braces. And, how many outcomes are there? There are, so I'm gonna be writing n of e is equal to 5. Now, pilay sum ani niya section Galileo, kani siya. Pilay sum ani. 7. Kini pilay sum ani section Galileo. 6. Kini. 5. This one. 4. 3. If I'm gonna go upward, kini siya, pilay sum. 9. Pilay sum. Kini. So there is a pattern. You can see the pattern there if you'll be getting sums. Okay? Now, let's continue. What if I'm gonna be having exactly one odd number? Dapat isa ra jud ka odd number. So meaning, giparisan siya even number. In our first column, asa may exactly one odd number dire? Sa first column, pwede ra ikaduha ang odd number or mag-una siya, way problema. Basta naalang exactly one odd number. Odd numbers are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Those are odd numbers. Asa man, is this exactly one odd number? Kining 1, 6? Yes, it is. Correct. Kining 1, 5, is this exactly one odd number? No. 1, 4. Yes. Okay, who can give me second column ta? Enumerate the exactly one odd number sa second column. Any volunteer? Yes, Eliza, go on. 2, 1. Okay, what else? 2, 3. What else, Eliza? 2, 5. Okay, let's have the third column. I need a volunteer again for the third column. Let's have Richel. Richel, go on, Richel. 3, 6. What else? 3, 4. What else? 3, 2. Okay, let's have the fourth column. Yes, Elisa. Elisa. Is it Elisa? Go on, Elisa. 4, 1. Correct. Okay, let's have the fifth column. Let's have Marian. Then, ang last column, let's have Claire. Okay, Marian. That's totally right. And let's have Claire. Let's have the last column, Claire. That's totally right. Now, these are our outcomes. Kanang gi-encirclean. How many outcomes are there? There are 18 possible outcomes nga. Sorry, naade dire. Exactly one odd outcomes ni siya. Ay, na-add rin 18. Okay, there you go. So, let's have another question. What if getting an even number? Basta't na even number, bahalag puros even, basta't na even number. First column, what are those numbers having an even number? Can I have a volunteer? Yes, Athena. 1, 2, correct. That's totally right. Okay, Ray, second column, Ray. Second column. Again, pwede ba 2, 2, Ray? Wala man ni sulti exactly even. Pwede naman, pwede siya. Okay, go on, Ray. Enumerate, Ray. Okay. So, kini siya nga question, getting an even number. Pwede siyang usa ka even or pwedeng duha ka even. Wala man ng word nga exactly. Okay. If I'm gonna have this one, kinirasad silang tulo ato lang paspasan ha para we will have a lot of time for the other topics pa. Kana. This one. And lastly, this. Now, how many outcomes are there, section Galileo? 27. So we have the number of outcomes is 27. Now what if I'm gonna change the question? Changing the question, which is getting at least one even number. So when you say at least one even number, pwede siyang usa ka even number, pwede siyang duha ka even number. So when you say at least, pwede siyang isa ka even number or two even numbers. So kini atong gi-encirclean dira, mao na say answer pud ana niya. At least one even number. Okay, let's proceed. So here comes another way of listing outcomes using tree diagrams. So a tree diagram is a way of showing the possibilities of two or more events. Simple diagram we use to calculate the diagrams of two or more events. Now, let's have tossing two coins. Diba? When you toss a coin, natay first coin, unsay outcome sa first coin? Heads and tails. I'll be using the letter H for heads, T for tail. Now, anita sa second coin? Kay 2 coins man na siya. So, I'll have first coin, second coin. Now, in my second coin, ako ning parisan si H ug duha. Si T pud sa first coin, parisan pud na akong duha. Kay pwede man, ang H sa first coin, head, pwede parisan og tail. Ang tail pud sa first coin, pwede man I'll pair it with head again and tail. So what is my first outcome? H, H. H and H. That's my first outcome. What is the second outcome? Sige. Yes, Elisa, go on, Elisa. Sunod, Elisa. Okay, and lastly, TNT. There you go. Those are our outcomes. Now, how many outcomes are there? Yes, Athena, go on. How many outcomes? There are 4 possible outcomes. Let's write that down. This one. Okay, let's have 3 coins. So this time, nakoy first coin. First coin start taog heads and tails. Nya kanang first coin nako, ako din ang parisan og kanang heads og tails, parisan ako og HT, HT. Nya ang third coin, so kining mga HT parisa na pud na nakog tagsa. You get the point here? And then HT, HT. So what is my first outcome? Yes, Claire. H. Second outcome, Claire. Oh, ato ning i-follow. H, T. Okay. Sunod. HTH. Sunod. HTT. So, atong i-follow ang mga branches aning atong tree diagram. Next outcome, Claire. Next outcome, Claire. Dili pa TTT, naapatay. THT. Next outcome, Claire. TT, H. And lastly, TT and T. There you go. Those are the outcomes. That's how you write a tree diagram. And how many outcomes do I have? There are 8 outcomes in all. Okay? Now, let's proceed. This is one application na we can use in our daily life. Example, if you choose one burger, one side serve, and one drink, ang burger options na to, pwede beef patty, chicken, pwede fish. Ang iyang burger. Ang atong side serves, I can choose fries, I can choose salad. Mao nang, over here, nag-una ko ni beef, chicken, ug fish. Nya kining beef, pwede man parisan ako salad or fries. Nya kining chicken, pwede fries, salad. Nya kini siya, fries, salad. Cola. So, each here, kining sa second column, pwede cola, juice. Cola, juice. So, what is one outcome that you can give me? Kini siya. Unsay outcome inyong mahatag na ako? Pwede? Yeah, yes, Athena. That's one outcome. Can you give me another outcome using kining akong gitudlo, Athena? Okay. So, ing anaon lang na pagpangita sa mga possible outcomes. And take note, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 possible outcomes. Okay? Now, pwede po ing ani nga like hotdog, burger, pizza. Nga giparisan ako milk, water, soda. Nga ang katong mga dessert na ay ice cream or na ay cake. So pwede ra gihapon ing ana. So ang tree diagram is na ay usefulness in our life. Now, this time let's have a classic deck of cards. Okay? So take note, I am giving you all options here. Pwede coins, pwede dice, pwede mga numbers, or pwede sa deck of cards. Are you familiar with the deck of cards? This is a sample deck of cards. Now, let's examine a deck of playing cards. Now, di ba there are 2 colors? The red cards, pwede heart, pwede diamond. Unsay laing color aning aside sa red? What's the other color? Yes, Claire. Black. And what are the black cards? What are those black cards? Kung ang red cards na ay heart, yes, Elisa. Na ay okay, spades. And how do you call this? Kini. It starts with the letter C. Yes, Ray. Sige, Ray. Pwede clover, or another name for clover. Yes, Marian. Clubs. Okay? Pwede siya clubs. I can accept clover, no problem. It's still fine. So, pwede siya red cards, hearts, and diamonds. I'm not teaching you how to play kanang sugal-sugal. We're just familiarizing the cards because probability exists there. Later on. Okay. Yeah, black cards, na spades, na clubs. Okay, aside from the colors, di ba, naamoy na bantayan, na jack, na queen, na king. Unsa may tawag anin nila, kanang na mga jack, na queen, na king. You call them the face cards. These are the cards having face on it. We have the jack, the queen, and the king. Oh, take note of that. Ang jack na ay club, na ay diamond, na ay spade, na ay heart. The same sa the queen. Ang queen ay club, club, na ay diamond, na ay spade, o na ay heart. The same po sa king. Okay? Now, number cards. What are the number cards? Any volunteer? Who can give me, yes, Marian, what are the number cards? You said 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9. Now, this is my question, Marian. Do you have the number 1 on the number 1 card? When you say number cards, there is a number found on it. Na ay number 1, as in number 1, pakita na ko. Na ay number 1 ang katong usar ka buok? Wala. Okay, so ang kanang 1, dili di na number card. Unsay tawag na ko sa number 1? Sige, go. Alas, unsay in English sa alas? An ace card. There you have it. So kanang ace card is not a number card. Although, nasa 1, sir, pero wala may number 1 din ha. Ang number cards na to starts with the number 2 and ends with the number 10. Sir, ang 11, sir, kay Jack, sir, 12 kay Queen, 13 kay King, ay, kana, gabot-bot na ta sa atong duwa. Pero sa kanang cards yun itself, wala may number ang Jack, wala may number ang Queen, wala may number ang Queen, ang King. So, ang number cards na nato is 2 to 10. Okay? Now, so, familiarize na mo ani ha. So, let's have this one. Review na to. There are 2 colors, black and red. Ang mga black cards kay spades ug ang club. Ang mga red cards, heart and diamond. Let me change color first. Okay. Then, each suit is made up of 13 cards. That's ace, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then, jack, queen, and king. Maon ng 13 cards in each suit. Okay? Now, so you have there ace, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Jack, queen, king. Maon ng 13 cards. Naing ana nga heart, naing ana nga diamond, kini siya, naing ani nga club, naing ani nga spade. So, kining upat, naani siya tagsa-tagsa ngayong ani. Let's continue. 2 to 10 are the number cards. The ace card, these are the face cards. Okay, let's have our first question. How many outcomes are there of getting a red face card? Atong ipakita ang card, kaya di pa kay familiar ang uban. How many red face cards are there? Yes, Marian. Are you sure? What are those 3 red face cards? Yeah, duha man nakabuk. Pwede man heart, pwede man diamond. Okay, there you go. So, meaning, ang number of possible events di ani kay 6. Kay pwede ni siya, pwede pwede ni, ug pwede ni. All in all, there are 6. Let's have another question. A black number card. Any volunteer? Yes, Claire. How did you get 18, Claire? Okay. So, kini siya 9, times ni mog 2. That's one way of getting the 18 black number cards. That's totally right. So, there are 18 black number cards. Kini akong gipang checkan, mauna sila. Okay? Now, let's continue. What if I'm gonna be asking you of a number card less than 5? A number card that is less than 5. Yes, Ray. Yes, Ray. Go on, Ray. How did you get 12, Ray? Sige, explain. That's totally right. So, meaning, akong kining 2, di ba na ako'y, sorry for that. Na ako'y tulo ka buok, 2, 3, and 4. So, na ako'y tulo ka number cards niya, upat man na kabuok, pwede siyang club, pwede siyang spade, pwede siyang heart, pwede siyang diamond. Mao tong giingon ni Ray ngay multiply, which is 3 times 4. So, mo nang nakakuha si Ray og 12 ana niya. Or iha pa lang, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There you go. Okay? Let's have another question. What about this one? A red. Take note, the color red. Sir, ganiha lagi sir, kay times 4 nimo, kay wala may color gi-indicate. Kung wala color gi-indicate, multiply it by 4. But if the color is indicated, just like in this example, how many number cards are there? Kanilang, usa lang ka suit. How many number cards are there from more than 5? So we will start with 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Pero it is stated red. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ang 5, i-times na ko og 2. Kay pwede man siya heart, pwede man siya diamond. Which is all in all, how many? Yes, Claire. How many? Why 8? Isn't it 5 times 2? 10. Okay, thank you so much, Claire. Okay, it's 5 times 2. It's 10. Okay? So, it's just a matter. Ayaw na unyat na ng performance task after na sa inyong examination. So, here we go. Are there any questions regarding our lesson for today? So, ang atong focus na jud atong focus is this. We are simply getting mga outcomes. Now, I will be teaching you one way. Kini ha, balik ta dere. Balikan tani si kini. Okay. My question is this. How will you get 12 without counting? Without counting, how will you get 12? Go on, Claire. kung dili ko mag tree diagram, Claire, if I will not be presenting a tree diagram, how will I get 12? By just using this, this, and this. Sige. Yes, Zaidan. Go on, Zaidan. Asa i-multiply na ko, Zaidan. Sige, I'm gonna write it down. Okay. So, I'm gonna be writing mga boxes lang. Ang first box will represent the burgers. The second box for the side serves. The third box for the drinks. Kanang isud sa box, ako nang i-multiply. Mo nang 3 times 2 times 2 will give me 12. So this will give me the total number of possible outcomes without even making the tree diagram. O balikan ta tong atong examples ganihabi kini siya. How will I get 8? There are 3 coins. Therefore, I will be having 3 boxes there. The first coin, how many possible outcomes there in a coin? Sa coin. Isa ka coin, unsay possible outcomes? Heads o tails. So, what number are you gonna write here? The number 2. Sa second box, sa second coin, duha ra man gyapon naka-outcomes ang second coin. Ang third coin po, duha ra po naka-outcomes. O, what is 2 times 2 times 2? It's 8. Mao na siyang importance pod ani nga concept. Now, if I'm gonna go back to balikan nato tanan para ma-relate nato nga ay pwede ra di i-multiply. Oh, how did I get 4? Explain daw be. How did I get 4? Nganong 4 man na siya? Kung wala ko'y tree diagram, how will you result? Yes, Eliza. Very good. That's it. Now, balikan ako si tree diagram. Kini, this is very important. Ang first die, ayaw lang na siya, dito sa sample space. Ang first die ug second dice. Ang first dice, kini, pila ka outcomes? 6. Ang second dice, pila ka possible outcomes? 6 gihapon, sir. What is 6 times 6? Di ba maunay answer nato diri ganiha? Daray. Asa na to? Here. Di ba mauni atong answer ganiha, which is 6 times 6. 36. So, pwede ra di ay i-multiply na mo, sir, no? O pwede ra kaayo, bisag dili mo mag-sample space or mag-tree diagram.